Hello, dear Gemini. How is everyone? How are you all? This is Kathy from Divine Debut. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your patience. This is a Celtic cross for you for mid-month of September 2019. Let's see what's happening for you, dear Gemini. How is everyone keeping? How was that full moon in Pisces? How did you go with that? What illusions have been shown to you? Just letting you all know that Venus and Mercury are now in the sign of Libra. Venus loves to be there. It's her rulership. And today is actually the 17th. So this reading is a couple of days late. It's something that couldn't be helped, unfortunately. So again, thank you for your patience. Let's see what your reading shows. Let's see for Gemini, dear Spirit. Gemini, love and general reading. So in the now position, Gemini, you have the Three of Pentacles, and I'm using the Connolly Tarot. Your challenge is the Star, which is Aquarian energy. And the Star can speak of a wish. So what I feel with these two cards is that, especially the way the stance is, this person in the Three of Pentacles, having the challenge as the wish card, the challenge is that you're on the verge of something successful, I believe, a wish that you've wanted. And the Star can speak also of healing. Your challenge is to get over it, whatever mishaps, whatever disappointments you may have been in the recent past, you've been through. It's get up, wipe yourself off, and keep going. So Aquarius is also in relation with friends, wishes and dreams, groups and associations, earned income, the house of earned income as well. Okay, so let's take the foundation for you. The root of the issue is the Ace of Cups. In the recent past, you have the Sun, which is Leo. Crowning your reading is the Tower. In the near future, you have the Page of Cups, which is Piscean energy. This is an offer that's coming through, a little bit immature, but it's coming through, no doubt, unexpectedly. Let's see in the position of you, Gemini, you have the Hermit. The Hermit, which is Virgo. Some of you have been, away from the limelight, in your cave. That's what Virgo is. We're just still in a Virgo time. The Sun is still in Virgo. It will be moving into Libra in 6 days. Mind you, Saturn is turning direct in a day. So things that have been stopped, slowed down drastically, actually even stopped, because Saturn, when it's changing direction, it's slow as it is, especially when it's stopped, it's much more potent. It will start to move direct. It's in the sign of Capricorn. So whatever work you've been doing, whatever you've been pushing through with, working really hard, doing the right thing, it's time to start seeing the fruits of your labor. But as I said, Saturn is the Lord of time and karma, so anything to do with those subjects, slowly we'll start to see things panning out, changing. Let's see in your environment. You've got the Nine of Pentacles. And again, that is Virgo energy. In the hopes and fears, you've got the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands usually is Sagittarius for me. The outcome for you is the Moon. The Moon. That's really strange. Your reading is quite similar to, was it Aries? No, actually, I think it was Taurus. It was Taurus that had quite a similar reading. A lot of the cards are very similar. And I shuffled and I shuffled. You saw me shuffling. So those of you that are dealing with a Taurian person, I would advise to go and watch their reading as well. There's a lot to see in there as well. At the bottom of the deck is the Three of Wands. So threes are always about expansion, growth. You've sent out those ships, you're waiting on the return. Could be 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months at the most. What's at the bottom here? And we've got the Queen of Pentacles. Very often does Gemini seem to get the Queen of Pentacles. Now, the Queen of Pentacles could be this Taurian that I just mentioned. Male or female, doesn't really matter. Or it could be any other earth sign. Could be the Virgo. You've got Virgo twice, 3 times now. And for others of you, it could be Capricorn. The Queen of Pentacles is someone who's very stable, someone who's very, holds their value. They're all about values. They put value in what they do. It's someone that is very nurturing, very loving, very, very motherly as well. The Queen of Pentacles is also, she is the housekeeper, someone who keeps a house warm for the family. Okay, someone who loves and nurtures everyone around her. She's very giving, very, very, very generous and very dependable. So if this is a friend of yours, let's say, a Gemini, I think mainly this is your energy. If this is a friend that we are talking about, then this is someone that you can really depend on. Beneath the Queen of Pentacles is the Knight of Cups. So you do have, you've got the Page of Cups, you've got the Knight of Cups, but there is a lot of red in the Connolly Tarot. Usually the Knight of Cups is very blue, so this is emotions with passion together. This offer, and is coming in very quickly. So we could even be talking about the same night. So the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Cups turns into the Knight of Wands. And what is the difference between one and the other? The passion is the same, but this is someone who is more emotional. He offers the cup, doesn't he? He offers his heart. Here, this knight offers more passion. He offers fire. He is someone who is very creative, very charismatic, very quick moving as well. Just like fire is very quick. This is someone who is driven by their passions, and I do see it as Sagittarian energy. Sagittarius could be speaking of someone who is from a foreign place, foreign culture, different background, another country. What else do we have, dear Gemini? Yeah, and we've got, it's funny here, we've got the Knight of Cups and we've got the Knight of Pentacles. So here in the past, I should say, because the further into the cards I go, the further back it goes. So we're talking about the Knight of Pentacles, which is, many times it's Virgo, but it could be any other sign. So Taurus or Capricorn. And we've also got the Knight of Cups, which can be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Now, both are knights. You are showing up as the Queen. So it looks like in maturity, there is no match. For some of you, this could be even an age difference, or it could be the experience in life. I don't know. It depends. Everyone has got a different story in their lives. Before I go on to more cards and speak about the reading here, I'd like to take the Twin Flame Oracle by Mystic Moon, and I'd like to see what's happening in your love life. Generally, what you've been through, what you're going through, what's coming in the near future, and the cards are just flying. So please, Spirit, what does Gemini need to know in relation to their relationship, their other half, relationships with others? Gemini, please, Spirit. Gemini and mid-September until end of September 2019. Roughly. Gemini. We have vibrations. So vibrations can speak of feeling the energies around you. You're very sensitive. Some of you may even be meditating, maybe vibrating messages, soaking up the vibrations of others, sending you messages, sending you vibrations of pain. We've got the this is the card of separation. Separation can mean that there is a separation on the cards. Now, let's take more cards before we can say anything else. This is like a broken heart. It's similar to the Three of Swords. New direction. Return. Very interesting indeed. So it's back, forth, back, forth. Quite a story, dear Gemini. Return. Someone is asking for you to return. Someone's heart is broken and they're trying to take a new direction, but they've got their hand reached out to you. Return. It's as though they're asking for you to return. Now this could be you asking someone else to return. Obviously the return is someone from the past. Let's take a couple more cards. We've got Observer. So this is someone that could be spying on the internet. This is the Aquarian energy. Some of you may be dealing with Sun, Moon or Rising Aquarius. This is the Challenge. And as I said, Aquarius is all about social media. So it looks as though someone is checking you out or you are doing that to someone else. Observing, even spying on. Let's see. We've got Balancing the Scales, which is beautiful. Very Libra energy. So with the Three of Swords and the Observer and the Balancing the Scales, that could be if there has been a separation, if you've been in a separation in the past, someone is spying on you. You may even be going through legalities, maybe even a divorce, and someone is just not letting you go, and they feel the victim. Now, Libra is all about partnerships, relationships. But it does say balancing the scales, which is a good thing. And what I want to say is that with Venus and Mercury, Mercury rules Gemini, right? So, and Virgo. It's funny that Virgo is very prominent here. Mercury and Venus conjunct in Libra is all about that communication, trying to balance the scales, you see. Let's see. So those communications of any pain around wounding, the victim mentality, and even your conditioning, any sort of conditioning that you've gone through from a previous lifetime from your parents is being talked about. That difficult conversation with Chiron in Aries could be on the table for communication, especially having the opposition from Chiron to Mercury and Venus. Here we've got the victim. Someone feels tied to a situation, maybe at the mercy of legal issues or trying to find their balance. There is an imbalance here. The Observer is like, the Observer here is, it's as though it's a card that doesn't fit into the situation. But I would say more than likely that the person that is still holding on to you or you holding on to them, there's a lot of looking and searching on the internet, looking for information. Someone feels the victim here. And we've got shadow work. Shadow work. So someone is feeling the victim. They're not able to let go. This is quite difficult energy. Okay. Quite difficult energy. Instead of taking that new direction, maybe Gemini took the new direction and you have someone that is, I don't want to say stalking you, but someone who is watching you, very observant, someone who's having trouble letting go. Let's take a couple more cards. And we've got deception. Wow. Deception, and we have healing. Finally, we've got a card where there is a bit of light being shone onto the situation. There is so much darkness here. Apart from the new direction, it's like, it's as though, you know, the sun was about to come out, was about to shine on your life, put the light and the healing and the clarity on your life, and then there's all this darkness again, and then there is the healing card. So I want to take some more cards, dear Gemini. I want to take a few more cards. So we've got bound, and this is the devil. And this is Capricorn with Pluto and Saturn, obviously, with the South Node. That's why we've got all these dark energies. I do believe that Pluto is trying to dilute something from the past, trying to transform it. Saturn is stopped in the sky, very potent. This is Saturn here. And until Saturn starts to turn direct, it's going to be like this. It's going to be harsh, because Saturn is harsh. He's a malefic planet. So is Pluto. They're dark. They're the shadow side of our persona. And this is like your deepest fears. There is a strong sense of fear here. The fear of obligations, the fear of restrictions, the fear of addictions, the fear of not being able to hold yourself back with whatever restrictions or whatever addictions you're dealing with. You know, the bound and Capricorn does speak of restrictions. It does feel as though Gemini feels as though they're boxed in and not able to move freely. Something is holding you ball and chain. Let's take some more cards. We have admired someone there. Someone has got an obsession here. Someone is obsessed with Gemini, I would say. And it's I don't want to scare you people, but it's someone who's in their shadow side at the time that you are being spied on. Someone is in their darkest moment. Very Plutonian, very Scorpio, very dark. Let's see what else we've got. And here we've got the Divine Feminine. It seems to keep coming up, this card. In a lot of the readings, I do so much shuffling and the same cards come out. What does that tell you? It's obvious that these are the energies we are working with. There's so much shuffling going on and the same cards keep coming out. So the Divine Feminine is a very feminine, nurturing energy. The Divine Feminine is like, is a receptive energy, and I feel that Gemini is very sensitive to what is shown from above. These are messages, I would say. She's receiving messages from above. She can see straight through the veil. Please, Gemini, trust your intuition. Whatever you feel is dark and whatever you feel is not right, go with your intuition. Look out also for signs. Look out for signs, because the energies have been black, white, black, white, black, white. So that's how the cards are as well. So you'd never know when you're going to feel that you are you know, you're up in your fears, you're in your head, you're thinking of the worst. And this can also be a thought pattern. So catch yourself when you're doing that, if you're doing that. Trust your intuition though. Go with that. Listen to that. It's very important. And we've got destruction, which is the Tower. Taurus had the Tower twice. So let's see what is coming down. Which structure is coming down? Okay, so whatever is coming down is a blessing. The Tower is a blessing. I always say it. The destruction will take place for the ascension to start. Okay, now this is like the darkest night of the soul. It's like the Ten of Swords. Okay, look at this side on the right. There is so much light. Beneath, things that are hidden are coming up for their resurfacing. And this is like all those skeletons in the closet that come up just before daylight. You get what I mean? It's like being in a situation where it's hard. You're seeing the shadows. You're feeling your shadow side. You're thinking of the worst, very negative thinking, and then all of a sudden the rays start to come down and there is a big shift, a major shift. Now, I don't know what this means for each and every one of you. This could be after that full moon in Pisces. This could be a revelation. The full moon in Pisces was 3 days ago, but we're still in those energies for the next week and a half. So keep your eyes open, see what happens. At the bottom, we've got the tribe, which means family, friends, people that feel like your family. So this is protection, just like the elephants protect all those their little cubs. That's what I see here. There is strong protection, so do not worry. Okay, dear Gemini, let's take... That took a while, didn't it? Let's take some Lenormand. Now, the Ascending card means that you are coming closer to Spirit. You are awakening. Your third eye is opening and you're going to have the power to see through the veil, as I said before. And I think that is the full moon in Pisces. Okay, so some of you may even have your moon or your rising sign in Pisces, or you may be dealing with a Pisces. Now, 3 cards just flew out, so I will take them. Wow, okay, we've got the ship, which is a number 3. This is like traveling over water, but if you notice, the ship is actually in the sky. It's airborne. So slow process, because the ship is slow, but it's above the clouds, which would be an aeroplane. So someone is either thinking of traveling to a certain destination. Doesn't matter how they get there as long as they do. We've got the male. The man holding the rose seems like he wants to make an offer. If you are a male yourself, then this is you. If you are a female, then this is your other half. And here's the boy next door. He's very subtle, very sweet. Okay, very, very loving, very innocent too. What you see is what you get. And here we've got the Tower, which is not the Tower like the Tarot. This is all about loneliness. This is being alone in this corporation. Someone is part of a large corporation, but they're feeling lonely. It's either that or this is business. It's all about business. And it's very Capricorn, very Capricorn. Number 19 is the sun. And the sun does shine down, is in your reading as well. So the sun is Leo. Let's take the Romance Angels. One card just opened up straight away. And we've got forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Forgiving and learning. I will take it. Let's take more cards. So I'd like to say that these 3 cards put together, the Lenormand, they do equal a 50, and the 50 breaks up to a 5, which is the energy of the Hierophant. So we could be talking about a marriage, commitment, hierarchy, religion, faith, marriage, connection. Let's take 2 more cards for Gemini, please, Spirit. 2 more cards for Gemini. Okay, this is 1. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. There's that word, faith. And with Jupiter in Sagittarius, in its home sign, Jupiter is all about faith and spirit. Jupiter is very strong there, but he is squaring off to Neptune in Pisces. Another spiritual house is the house of magic. But in a square, you know, these are 2 big planets. Neptune and Jupiter are very big, so the energies are strong. This is their 3rd and final meeting on the 21st of this month. So this is like over-optimism, you know, or too much lack of clarity, too many illusions, because Jupiter expands on the illusions of Neptune. So this is like taking a pin and busting that balloon, breaking that bubble, busting that bubble. What is happening for you? What is happening for you, dear Gemini? Let's take another card. And we've got, it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Thank God for that. It is safe. So even those words in this dark energy, even those words are very, very comforting. We do have at the bottom, let go of control issues. You may be dealing with someone that's very controlling. Someone who's very Saturnian. Could be Aquarius, could be Capricorn, Sun, Moon or Rising. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. So Gemini, what it's saying here is that there's no need to push. Just go with it. Go with the flow, just like that ballerina. And the ballerina is someone who's very admired, so this could be your energy. You could be the one that is admired by a few people. But I think that in particular one person who is actually obsessing over you. So, and she's also a ballerina, so some of you could have done ballet or you're dancers. It seems to always show up when I'm doing a reading for someone who loves dancing. So it just does. So, dear Gemini, let's take a message from Spirit. Okay, let's take a message from Spirit for you. And what does Spirit want you to know? Gemini, please. Spirit, Gemini. Mid-September 2019. There it is. Gratitude. Gratitude, okay. Life is one big continuous circle of giving and receiving energy. Be thankful for who and what's in your life instead of complaining about what you don't have. If you focus on gratitude, you'll start to attract prosperity and abundance. So be thankful for what you have. And when we are thankful and we have gratitude, then there is more to come. Okay, so beautiful, beautiful message. That means you do have abundance around you, dear Gemini. Sometimes we tend not to see it. So Three of Pentacles and the Star card, the challenge is to heal. The challenge is to not lose hope, because the Star card is also a card of hope. You are, though, showing off your talents with the Three of Pentacles. That's amazing. It says that you are on the right track. You're doing the right thing. Three of Pentacles is also expansion. So you feel very proud. You're standing very tall. In your foundation and in the distant past is the Ace of Cups. So you obviously started something in the distant past, something that started, that gave you an emotional beginning to something that you love. It doesn't have to be necessarily love. It can be something that fills your cup. And I would say that it could even be, because we've got the bird here, there are messages, right? So in the distant past, some of you were very happy with messages that you were receiving. You may have been communicating through the internet with a star, that is social media. In the recent past, we've got the sun, and the sun is true love. It's connection, it's flirtation, it is romance. The house of Leo is the 5th house, and it's the house where children are created. Where do children get created? From love. It is the connection of two people coming together. Even though it's not the house of intimacy, nevertheless, the heart, that's what the 5th house is all about. This is where the heart is. And the sun is also children. So you've obviously started something that's, made you very happy in the past. For many of you, it's a new relationship in the distant past. Now, the sun is true love, but some of you may already have your children, may be hoping to have children. For others of you that don't have children, what I see here, the revelation, this is what's on your mind. You're looking at a structure that hasn't been built properly. Some of you, this could be you shocking the world. For others of you, this could be this shock happening to you. Now, this is, as I say, it's Uranus in Taurus. Others of you say it's Pluto, Scorpio. So the transformation, the change. Both of these planets, Pluto and Uranus, can do this. But with the Tower, and the Tower is roughly in your career, it's in your career section, or could be your status. For some of you, you could have a change within your status. You could have a change within your career. The Tower and Capricorn is where Pluto, Saturn, and the South Node is. This could be being relieved of karma suddenly and out of the blue. I do feel that the Tower is always, most of the times, it's a very positive shift, one that is necessary. Now, after the Tower comes the Page of Cups. So this is an offer that's coming through. For some of you that have had some shocking news, or a huge fight, or something broke down, something changed suddenly. In the near future, this is the Page of Cups, which can also be an apology, but this can also be love is coming in to stay. Love is coming in for real, because the Ace of Cups is the beginning, and the Page is holding that Ace. So this is like picking up from where you left off. Okay, some of you had lost hope, because the challenge card is the hope. Some of you had lost hope, and you've been looking for the answers. You've been behind the scenes. Virgo is all about work. It's all about routine, daily routine, health. Virgo is also about perfecting things. Now, the Hermit is someone who goes into their cave and they're looking for answers. Look at all that light. Some of you are seriously looking for information, especially with the Observer here. Or, and I'm going to say there could be someone else that is looking for the light. But this is also divine. You're listening to your divine calling. I feel that the Hermit is someone who feels the connection feels the calling and then connects to the divine, connects to spirit. He is a spiritual one. He is one of wisdom. Look at his grey hair and his grey beard. This is someone that's been through quite a bit. They don't care about what they look like. They only care about what they know, their knowledge, their spirituality, their connection to the divine. And I feel that some of you are realizing something, maybe some sort of a synchronicity, a sign, and it's as though, dear Gemini, I feel as though the Hermit in this case is the chosen one. And when I say the chosen one, he's the one that's supposed to bring the light to others. And when we say the light, that's the knowledge, that's the wisdom. Look at this person trying to take the flame from him. So be careful of theft. Take care with theft, with your passwords on the internet. Take care. But there is a revelation here. There is the knowledge, the connection with spirit. Now, in your external, what's around you is the Nine of Pentacles. Again, this is someone inside and not outside, as you could see. This is like staying indoors. This is like fantasizing about a getaway, about being able to stand on your own financially, about being independent. Some of you are fantasizing about this. That's what I get with this card. So you're on the inside looking out. Some of you are wanting to escape a situation, get away from a committed partnership, a relationship, some sort of an obligation, could even be business, wanting to go out there, to get out of a situation. I don't know what that means for each and every one of you. In your hopes and fears is the Knight of Wands. This could be the player, but this could also be someone who travels a lot, someone who is very free-spirited. He is a visionary. He can see very far into the future, and that rings Aquarius. I don't know why. Usually the Sagittarian energy is the visionary, is someone who loves to go on adventures, likes to move around, okay? And as I said, this person is driven by their passion. They could be very creative as well with that Ace of Wands in his hands. And I believe that this is a hope. Knight of Wands is someone who goes and they fetch what they love, okay? So maybe some of you are hoping to do this yourselves. Others of you may be hoping to go on an adventure, but the outcome is the moon. And the moon is all about fears. It's all about perception, the intuition, the dream, the instinct. And the moon is all about motherhood as well. So the moon, this could be playing out in relation to the full moon in Pisces. So the moon, again, trust your intuition. Full moons do reflect the sun's rays, therefore there is more light, and this is a full moon here. It is a full moon here, as you could see. So I do feel that it's going to be something around the Piscean full moon. Something will be known to you. And Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. The full moon was connected to Neptune, so some sort of an illusion is going to be shown to you. Some sort of even a deception. Some sort of a deception is going to come to light, dear Gemini. Let me take extra cards for you. Yeah, a lot of illumination in your reading. We've got the moon, we've got the star, we've got the sun, and then we've got the flame. Okay, the flame that the Hermit is holding. So some of you may be conversing with a Virgo, maybe finding out information, or it could be that you've got heavy Virgo in your chart, As I said, Virgo and Gemini are ruled by the same planet, by Mercury. Let's look at the now position. We have the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is quick action, quick communication. Sometimes can be quite harsh. Let's look at that Ace of Swords. What did I say? Ace of Swords. Ace of Cups. We have the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is the family card. It's the marriage card. It's the business, the family business. Tens are always about completion, about, you know, Ten of Pentacles is a lot of abundance around love with that Ace of Cups. Some of you may have started a relationship with someone who is quite wealthy. Ten of Pentacles, yes. Could be, the money could be coming from the generations, from the family business. What I tend to notice with this card is that these people are hiding the relationship. They haven't come out and told the world about it. So it's hush-hush. So this could be a, with the Ace of Cups here. Could it be that Gemini, let's take some more cards before I say the story. There you are, Gemini, Queen of Swords. So you are the Queen of Swords. This is you standing in your power. Let's look at the Tower. What is that Tower? Some of you may be mixed up with a third person. Some of you may have left someone out in the cold and they're the ones that are obsessing over you. So why I say that is we've got the Three of Pentacles there, and we also have Ten of Pentacles. These people are hiding behind closed doors. We also have, we've got the Tower twice. So this is a revelation. Someone is asking to return, or for, they're asking to return, or they're asking you to return. But there is deception here. That's another factor why I say that you could be in a love triangle, dear Gemini. Let's take the Tower. What is that shocking revelation? What is that Eight of Cups? Someone is moving on. Out of the blue, someone is walking out. Eight of Cups is leaving those 8 cups behind. 8 years, 8 weeks, no, 8 months would be more like it. Someone is looking for those 10 of Cups. Someone is quickly exiting a situation. And it's funny that both these cards have the moon on there. Both of them are the same. Wow. Let's see what this Page of Cups is. In the near future, there's that Ace of Cups again. Let's take another card with the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords, you know, can be a little bit brutal, can be a fight, an argument. And it's not you, dear Gemini, because you're here as the Queen of Swords. This is you. You are the Queen. You are very intelligent, very bright, very outspoken. Let's look at this Knight of Swords. And we've got the Ace of Swords. Now, if we take the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the Ace of Swords, that's 3 swords that are there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 swords. So there can be some sort of a disappointment, some sort of clarity, some sort of conversation, which is going to bring in a brand new beginning, because Ace of Swords are potentials for new beginnings. The Ace of Swords in particular is a successful new beginning. So conversations are being put straight. Conversations are clearing up the fog, especially with Mercury, as I said, on top of Venus. Let's look at the position of you. Dear Gemini, I think it's time to come out of the cave now. You've done your homework. Virgo time is almost over. It's time to come out and meet love. Love is Libra. Mercury's there with Venus. So this is very important for you, especially those two planets being in Libra. Libra is the partnership house. And there's the Three of Cups, which can be gossip, but it's also celebration. Let's look at that Nine of Pentacles. And we've got the King of Cups, which is external to you. King of Cups, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Someone who is offering you their cup. No doubt, dear Gemini. No doubt. It's the same cup. So we've got, let's look at that. Knight of Wands. Someone who is very passionate. Wow. Okay, two cards fell out. We have the Page of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. So Two of Pentacles could be a card of trying to juggling two options, two people, juggling on a decision. You know, this is the minor arcana of the Fool. It's like, do I go on that adventure? What do I do? And the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Wands is someone who, he's a traveler, right? He moves around with his horse. The Page could be a message that comes in, a message of inspiration and of passion. And this Page is the Page that likes to go on that adventure. They like to take a risk. So I feel that Gemini is juggling whether they want to take a risk or not. Let's look at that Moon card. That's very interesting, having the Moon card there as your outcome. Let's see what, wow, the revelation is. And there's a few cards here. We've got 4 cards. We have the Seven of Cups, which is very Piscean. This is illusions. 9 of Cups. 7 and 9 are 16. That's the number of the Tower. So after the confusion comes the wish, because this is also a wish card. After the revelation comes someone is feeling very smirk. And there is the Taurus card, which I've already mentioned. Dear Gemini. Okay, this is marriage, this is beliefs, this is religion, this is commitment. And you also have the King of Wands. And the King of Wands is, I don't know why, but yeah, I did mention the sign of Taurus before. The Hierophant is Taurus. I feel that the King of Rods, King of Wands, is the same person as the King of Rods is the Taurian energy that I mentioned in the beginning. I do feel that that's the case. I feel that some of you may be committed to the King of Rods, and there is a revelation. There is a revelation of the bubble bursting. This is the confusion, very Piscean. This is someone who is smug, someone who could be over drinking, trying to escape through drinking or eating or using drugs. And as I said, these two cards together do equal a 16, which is the Tower. So the Tower is changing up some sort of a commitment. It's breaking down the barriers, breaking down the restrictions with the Hierophant. Okay, the Hierophant is a number 5. Now the King of Rods is someone who is driven by their passions, obviously, can be quite aggressive, could be the one that is having the revelations, or you could be having revelations about this King of Wands as well. So it could go either way. We do have the moon here, as I say. Moon is Pisces or Cancer. We've got a Pisces here. We've got all these cups here. And, you know, this is Taurus. Uranus is in Taurus. It's all about our values. So some of you are, I would say that the revelation and the shocking tower that's coming down could be around a commitment that you have with this King of Rods. Could it be that this King of Rods was deceiving you? Seven of Cups, Neptunian, a lot of deception. The Nine of Cups is someone who is feeling quite smug. We've got the Eight of Cups. The 7, 8, and 9 of Cups are here. But you are walking straight into, with the 8 of Cups, walking straight into the 7 of Cups, straight into the trap, into the illusion. But that bubble is bursting, as I say. Let's take some more cards. I'd like to take another card on this King of Cups. And we've got the Lovers. So we've got the King of Cups with the Lovers. This is your card. This is Gemini. There is a decision, head over heart decision. Okay. Maybe this King of Cups has got a choice of two. Also, we do have the Nine of Pentacles, which is beneath. And because we've got 3 of Cups here, that's why I'm saying that there are choices here that are going to be made. Now, the Lovers is a divine union. It is a divine union. And, wow, there's the Hermit again. This is crazy. Dear Gemini, you've got the Hermit again. So, you know that the Hermit is someone who is very knowledgeable. Could it be that this person is someone who does a lot of research? We do have the Hermit twice. Both people are looking for the light. The light is right in front of them and they're still looking for it. The light is right there and they're still looking for it. I do believe that with Saturn turning direct, these people will come out of their caves. They've both taken a step back from life. You can't be continuing life like that, dear Gemini and Crosswatcher, whoever is the other Hermit here. And this is Virgo season, so another few more days we're coming out of that. Look at all these aces, Gemini. You've got new beginnings all around. New beginnings. 3 aces. That's incredible. So do not worry too much. Do not worry too much about what this tower is. And you've got the tower twice. You are ascending. Please remember that whatever you are going through, this is a process. And we have to be patient. And I know Gemini is not patient. But we don't have a choice. Now, what I'd like to do is take some Sibilas. Take a few Sibilas. I'm going to look at the position of you, Gemini. So in the position of you, you have the 10 of Cups here. And this is a place with ancient ruins, somewhere that you want to visit. Some place that is calling you. It's calling you to come in. I feel that the vibrations are coming from Europe. Somewhere around there anyway. We've got karma, the transformation. The enemy is leaving the house. This snake is transforming. So shedding your skin, getting rid of negativity, going through a rebirth. That's Pluto and Saturn, of course, and the South Node. Yeah, we're all going through karmic situations. It's a very, very karmic time at this moment, these days. with both Karmic, Pluto and Saturn there with the South Node. It's just incredible. And the potency of Saturn as it is stopped. Let's take another card on the Il Nemico. That's the enemy. And here we've got melancholy. Some of you have got a bit of depression here because the transformation and the karma that you're probably feeling and going through is not easy. You're feeling a sense of lack. Some of you may be wanting to, you're looking for the light. You're hoping for celebration. But it's a long and slow process. And then suddenly here comes the Tower, Uranus in Taurus. Here comes the money. Here comes the value. Here comes the prize. Okay, this is also Six of Wands. You will be successful. Your, how do we say it? Your efforts they will be rewarded. I'm chewing my words today. I think I've done too much. Let's look at the near future with the Ace of Cups, Page of Cups. We have Artista. So there is a discovery that is made. This is the crazy scientist or the intellect, someone who sits behind a desk. Okay, very Aquarian energy in the sense that Aquarius is the genius and this is the crazy scientist. That's why I'm mentioning Aquarius. But it is the crazy scientist, someone who can be, I suppose the scientist, someone who's quite intellectual, right? Someone who maybe deals with biology or I don't know. Anyway, you know what I mean. We've got Disgrazia again. This is crazy. Gemini, this is your third tower. This is the Seven of Swords. And again, another revelation. You will see who your enemy is. The mask is coming off. And this is a number 12, which is the Hangman. So there is a discovery. There's two sevens here, though, and it's the divine. Whatever the discovery is, that the revelation that comes suddenly is a blessing. It is a blessing. Yep, the masks are coming off. The truth will be told, will be known. And I'm just going to look at the Tower, which is in your crowning area. Now, just because we've got 3 towers doesn't mean that everyone's going to feel those towers. This is a general reading. The romance angels say forgiving and learning. Stay optimistic about your love life, and it is safe for you to love. So not everyone is going to feel the same intensity in their life. Okay? Let's take the Tower. We've got the card of fears or hope. This is sitting on top of, and it's the Eight of Cups. Double time you have the Eight of Cups. This is a card of fear or hope. We've got the Viaggio, which is the traveler, the Knight of Wands, the visitor coming through. This is someone who was waiting for their ships to come in, and they were tired of waiting, so they took the initiative to actually go on that journey, go on a voyage. And here we've got Sacerdote. Some of you are hoping and you're praying and you're wishing that your knight in shining armor comes in. Suddenly there will be a revelation, and they may even show up at your doorstep without you even realizing it. This is the energy of Taurus again. This is a commitment. This is religion. Okay, and there is some sort of a transformation. It's a 13, which brings up Pluto. I think I will leave the Sibyllars at that. What I'd like to do now is I want to take on the Three of Wands here, because you did have 2 threes. You had the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. So let's take the Three of Wands, the general energy, and we've got the Page of Cups again. There is an offer, an apology that's coming through, and it's coming through after all that waiting. It's going to show up suddenly and out of the blue. Okay, what I'd like to do is now take a couple of the twin flame messages. What I'd like to do is, first of all, one card fell right on the Knight of Swords. I will take that. Now I will take for each of the characters here. Why? Because each and every one of you have got a different story. So I want to see what the King of Cups has got to say, what the Knight of Swords has got to say, and let's look at the King of Wands as well, which personally I think that the King of Wands is the same person as the Knight of Swords. But let's see what fell out on this Knight of Swords. And we have... I just have to do something else right now. Please try and understand. So this person is excusing themselves. They've got more important things to do. So this is like someone who is trying to get away when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. And we've got, please don't take what happened personally. It's not you, it's me. So that's what this Knight of Swords has got to say. I'd like to take the King of Rods, King of Wands. King of Wands can be a fire sign, but he's sitting on top of the Taurus card. Can be Sagittarius, I suppose, can be Leo. I don't have Aries, so let's take the King of Rods. We've got, I'm not the same person that you remember. Let's take one more. And something is still missing for me, and I'm trying to figure out what that is. So you will know by listening to the message if this is for you. These messages will not resonate for all. Let's look at the King of Cups, who is desperately looking for answers. Look at the Hermit. He's staring straight into the Hermit. How could you still love me after all I've done? And I miss you regardless of how things seem. 2 cards fell out. And we have no other compares to you. So that's enough cards, I think, dear Gemini. What I'd like to do is just take one on this Queen of Swords, just in case. Just in case. Let's take one card on the Queen of Swords. What does she want to tell us? I do feel that this is your energy. I feel damaged, like I just can't do this. Seems like the pressure is on. Okay, Gemini, let's take an angel answer now. Get ready. Here they are. Think of a question that you would like to ask and let's go for it. Please, Spirit, please answer for Gemini their question. What is important for Gemini to know? Gemini. Please, Spirit, Archangel Michael. What does Gemini need to know? Ready, Gemini? Let's take the one off the top. And we've got, if you believe, and again, spirituality, faith, religion. If you believe is your card. Let's read the book. That's saying that you need to keep the faith. What you need right now is faith. You can have what you desire, but you must believe that it can be so. Stay positive and visualize the outcome you're hoping for. Set aside all negativity or pessimism in favor of a sunny outlook. You've got so much pessimism here, and here is the sun. The law of attraction brings to us what we expect to receive. If our perception is that we deserve great things, then we will attract happiness. If we fall into doubt and don't believe in our own self-worth, then our experiences will match that energy. Believe in yourself and your cherished dreams. Even with Chiron in Aries, it's all about self-worth. The victim mentality, remember? There is no one better than you. No one is better than anyone else. We're all special and we're all individuals, Gemini. So make sure that you don't forget that. All right. I think I will leave it at that. Thank you very much, Gemini. Wishing you all the best. I know it's a long reading, lots of cards. You probably have to watch this reading a couple of times. Yeah, I do get carried away, I know. But it's all about, you know, finding, it's the finer details. That's what Virgo does. Anyway, people, thank you so much. Thank you for sharing your time, your very special time with me. Don't forget to give me a like and a share and a subscription if you haven't subscribed. Thank you. Love and light. Bye-bye.